The term vintage dance was coined in 1981 by dancer choreographer Richard Powers to refer to the social dances of the mid-19th century through the 20th century. A few years later, Bloomfield, Connecticut resident Marc Casslar attended a demonstration of vintage dance and was immediately hooked. Marc went on to form the Vintage Dance Society in the late 1980s, and along with his longtime collaborator, Martha Griffin, has since performed across the country in movies and on stage. Connecting Point's Marla Zippay sat down with the pair to learn more about vintage dance.
The Vintage Dance Society specializes in the music and dance of the period 1840 to 1925. We are dance historians, we reconstruct the dance, we research the music and the dance. We teach the dances, we choreograph dances for performances. We are trying to bring back into current usage the dances of the Victorian and ragtime eras.
Vintage dance starts with Victorian, and that's waltzes and polkas, schottisches, as well as set dances. Then you move on to late Victorian, and the style changes partially because of the fashion. Mid-century is hoop gowns. Later century, you move more into the bustle, and so the steps have to change. So the dances are the same, but the steps change a little bit, how they're done. Then you move into the ragtime era, where the music changed dramatically, and the dances didn't fit. So they did things like the one-step and the foxtrot and tango, blues, and then you move on to the 20s, and the late 20s are like the Charleston. So that's kind of the era of the vintage dance.
One of the things that we often say is that children never want to do the dances that their parents did. And that was true in the 1700s, the 1800s, the 1900s. And when there was this newfangled music of the ragtime era, they were leaving their kids were leaving their parents in the dust, as they do today.
Young people met at a ball, especially in the Victorian era. And if you went to a ball, you wanted to know what you were doing, so you had a dance master or you had lessons of what to do. And that's how they learned.
It's what people did on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it was part of growing up, was learning how to dance.
I think what I really like about social dancing is the connection with your partner and the conversation you're having through movement. I think is just very, very special. I, to this day, still love the waltz because it's still done, though it's done differently. And it fills my romantic soul.
We know that people get into vintage dancing for a variety of reasons. Some people come from the history perspective, some people come from the costuming perspective. And while the dancing is probably the most important for me, I do sometimes think back on the fact that I was invited to my first sort of formal event when I was about 14 or 15 years old. And I was informed, by the way, I would need a dinner jacket. And I went, I'm like 14 years old. Where am I going to get? I live in New York City. Where am I going to go get a dinner jacket? Fortunately, I worked for a caterer who, I said to him, could I borrow a dinner jacket? And he's like, oh yeah, Mark, come on, I'll set you up. Dinner jacket, tuxedo. Little did I know that that was the beginnings of my adventure in formal attire.
There's also people who really love to collect things. Mark has a collection of dance cards as well as period dance music. People collect fans or books on the deportment and the manners. So it attracts people from a wide variety of interests. So you can have some wonderful conversations. Because it's how young people met socially, especially in the Victorian era, it was young people dancing. If you don't understand or experience the dancing, you're missing a part of history, of why it was important. I remember we were at Mohonk Mountain House and for a week, and I was someone who was dressing every day in a corset and wearing the corset all day long. And that was the first time I kind of went, wow, this really defines what you can do in a day. And I changed like 3 or 4 times. And it was like, for me, experiencing it was a way of understanding it. I don't know that everyone learns history the way I do, but knowing what role dance and ballroom dancing played in history, I think is important.
I love the dances, and to me, bringing them forward is a way of sharing my love with other people. I sometimes tell people I'm like an evangelical dance master. I have drank the Kool-Aid, and now I want to get everybody, in on it.